So again, we're looking at a typical worksheet with our months of sales and our different reps that are responsible for those sales, and we've got our totals over on column I. Now, what we want to do is we want to show in column J what percentage each of those monthly totals contribute to the grand total down at the bottom. So what does like this one, what percentage is that to this, what percentage is this to that, and so forth. And it's a very simple divisionary type formula. The only thing we have to watch out for is it's going to involve using an absolute setting like we learned about in the last video. So what we're going to do then is we're going to go over here to J3. We're going to hit equal, and we're going to say, okay, I want to take the little number here, right, the January number, divided by the grand total down here at the bottom. Now, I'm not going to bother wasting your time and do this wrong and say, hey, look, it's wrong, and now here's how you fix it. We're just going to go directly into it. If you look at the formula, I3 divided by I15, if you were to copy that formula, once you put it in, if you were to copy it down, the reference to I3, which is the monthly total, will switch from I3 to I4. It'll do that automatically. But so will the reference to I15. The I15 reference will change to I16. And we don't want that. We want that to stay locked in place. All right? So what we have to do is get it so where, the I3 stays relative and the I15 goes absolute. So right after we click onto the reference to the I15, as long as we're somewhere on it or next to it, all we have to do then is just hit the F4 key, and that will make it absolute. That'll put that'll kind of lock it in. So in this case, the 15 will not change to 16 when we copy it down. It also locks in column I, but it doesn't matter about that. So once we've done that, we'll go ahead and hit the enter key. There we go. Now we go ahead and we'll take that one now, and we'll copy that all the way down. We could actually just copy it all the way down to the bottom like that. All right. And that's going to now wipe out our formatting there. So we'll just go ahead and hit this little smart tag and tell it fill without formatting. So there it goes. Now, while it's still selected, we have to think about this. Do we want to look at that in decimal? I mean, it's pretty easy to look at that first one and know that that's 8.7%, 6.6%, 9.0%, 7.9%, and so forth. But if you really want it to look friendly and you want to see it as a percent, that would make it the most friendly. What you can do then is you go up into your Home tab, go over into your number formatting, and you'll see your percentage button. You click onto that. There's your percentage. And then we can go ahead and maybe give it maybe an extra decimal place, get a little more accuracy. Also, hit the center button a couple times, and that'll get it all centered as well. So now it looks pretty nice. So you can look at this and very easily see that it looks like February was quite a disaster in comparison to, let's say, January. So you can actually see where your better numbers are and where your not so better numbers are in this list. And it's a lot easier to see it that way, I think, than just looking at decimals. And either of those is better than just looking at these numbers and trying to figure out, which one's which. I mean, I might pick out, oh, here's a 30 or something like that, but I probably wouldn't notice that as easily as I do something like this. So what a great thing. So if later on, let's say I go over here to Susan in February, and it turns out that she really did 15,000, okay? So we're going to type in, or just retype 15,000 in there, enter that in, and that increases the total to 39,000. That's pretty good. Raises this up as well. So major changes just by changing some of these numbers, but it's always updating as a formula should. So hopefully this will help you with some of your worksheets. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you liked it.